So, welcome to another episode of the Swamp Inside Florida Athletics. I'm your co-host Anthony Beck, along with my other co-host.
Portal Brown, what's happening?
And your boy 6 Marcus, the man that's not on the logo but will be soon, hopefully.
Oh
We've
my
all
gosh,
transfer
still
portal.
on you, Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony.
Look,
That's-
we've all entered the transfer portal, as you can see clearly. But before we get into the show, we got a loaded show. But how y'all been? How was the day? Everything we got to get a check in.
Marcus, you go and start, brother.
Well, the day was all right, but the weekend was pretty good. Shout out my man Jerry on his birthday. Had a little dinner
Oh my gosh.
up Jacksonville,
Yeah, man.
Oh! By the way, Jerry, how did that go?
It went good, man. Got to see my people, my boy from college, Julian, man. It's a pleasure to have him. We're gonna try to bring him on tomorrow on the podcast if he's free. And got to saw my guy Brandon Park, Doctor of Physical Therapy. He was there. One of my boys for sure. Had Marcus and his sister, so it was perfect, man. I was very surprised. So it was really good, dog. It was a blessing for real.
Any messages of any kind?
You'll find out on December 7th when I drop that video.
in due time.
This guy got a whole commitment video.
You got a
Dropping the
decommitment
ball.
letter from your job, so I want to hear you talk, Anthony.
Do I have one though?
Yeah, it's in the draft somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did your job, Dion Jr. told you to hit the portal?
I might have to make a change on that and actually write that instead of
Yeah.
decommitment, hit the portal
Damn, the coaches lied.
Shoot,
to
man.
you,
Why we
knock that
speaking,
down.
in the job portal.
while we speaking on that though? Like, I want to get y'all's opinion before we get into Gator stuff. What y'all feel about Deion Sanders in Colorado, bro? Like, I'm feeling. I think it's gonna be dope. So I want to get y'all's takes on it.
He already got a 2025 5-star recruit commit. Let that sink in.
Yep.
Literally the day after he takes the job, that guy Winston Watkins Jr., a former A&M commit from Fort Myers, Florida, by the way, committed to Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
So let that sink in. It's definitely gonna be dope. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the man. He deserves the job. Clearly
Yeah.
deserves the job. And I just want to say this: for everybody out there slandering him or saying, "Oh, he didn't see the mission through," or "He didn't do this, he didn't do that," acting like he's supposed to just stay at Jackson State forever. Y'all know good and damn well, if y'all were in his position, you would end up taking that job too. This man is going from making $300,000 a year to $5 million a year. Like y'all finna sit there at Jackson State making $300,000, knowing $5 million a year is on the horizon. You get out of here with it. Y'all cut the cap, man. Cut the cap. Just stop.
That's facts.
Y'all know y'all sit here lying talking about some. I would have stayed in Southern Michigan. Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah. It's a weird topic, bro, because like I feel like people. What's going on, Jay Money? It's great to have you on here, brother. It's great to have you on here watching. But I feel like a lot of people are kind of blowing it out of proportion, like the whole him going to Colorado thing. I'm excited for him, bro, and him just being able to go to another school, a D1 school. I think he did BCU initially. Of course, going from $300,000 a year to $5 million with more resources is excellent. I think he could bring guys in like Willie Taggart to the university and bring more black coaches, with him. I think that'd be pretty cool, and he can disperse. I mean, if Nick Saban can have a coaching tree, why can't Deion Sanders? In my opinion, I think it'll be dope.
Every head coach has a coaching tree.
But real quick, did y'all see his message to the team when he met the team? Did y'all see that?
Basically,
That's what's hilarious. I don't know why.
he basically was booting.
I applaud it.
Yeah, he basically was booting folks.
He pretty
It's
much
like, hey,
get in that portal if you ain't gonna buy in.
I was basically like, hey man,
This is. Oh, go ahead, Marcus.
I was like, would I have recorded that? Probably not. Is he wrong? Absolutely not. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
I applaud for these being honest with them, kid, because like a lot of these coaches will come in, smile at you, and say hi, nice to meet you all, and then a week later bring all his guys in, and then you left in the cold. So I'm applying for being straight up with the boys. Like, hey, I'm bringing my guys in. The game is the game. The pool's right there. If you're not going to stay, see you later. I mean, well, I recorded it, no, but the message itself, fuck off.
And this is what took the cake for me. He told Shedeur Sanders, stand up. Said, Shedeur, stand up. That's your starting quarterback next year. So he told all the quarterbacks that don't even think about it. You ain't starting. Here's your starting quarterback right here.
Yeah, that was crazy.
By the way, you want some more breaking news on that? Guess who's expected to enter the portal and announce his transfer to Colorado?
Oh, Travis Hunter.
To surprise nobody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Coleman Jr. follows the meeting.
Yeah, I can see it.
So y'all let that sink in. If he gets this program turned
I think
around,
a lot of those, if you think about it. Uh-oh. What was the kid that was supposed to be? Oh, Rucker, right? Rucker from
say Rucker.
Yeah, Rucker. I think a kid like him who was heavily recruited, I think it would be dope for him to go to Colorado and be able to play under, Deion Sanders and just get the opportunity, bro. Like a lot of those kids that play there or guys that are talented, they didn't have the grades, the exposure, or for whatever reason. But those kids are talented on that team, bro. Like James Houston, for example, who was at Jackson State rather. The guy was really, really good on the edge, and we kind of wasted him.
Hey, hold on. It's been a bad day with me and James Houston. I love the kid, but after yesterday, I'm censoring the name for a day. All right.
What happened with James Houston?
Oh, you didn't see the game?
He terrorized the Jacksonville Jaguars.
He sacked Trevor Lawrence and don't step. He sacked Trevor Lawrence and don't snap his leg.
Trevor Lawrence is fine.
Wait a minute.
Almost. Not did.
Be all right.
He's fine. He came back in the game.
Off the edge, bro.
He did a Euro step on Cam Robinson. I was like, are you serious?
And by the way, what was the final score today?
I don't remember that game.
Well, we'll save that for IE tomorrow night, but
no, we won't.
But
not kids.
Of all three of our favorite teams, only one of them won yesterday. That's all I'm gonna say. And by the way, if you know who I'm a fan of, just going back and watch that fourth quarter. That's all you'll need to see right there.
Nobody worry about y'all, bro. Are y'all going to the Super Bowl?
We gonna see.
No.
A lot of good teams out there. You still got Philly out there.
That was nice. Two good teams. Stop it.
Minnesota's really good. Still got the Chiefs and the Bills in the AFC, and I'm gonna throw the Bengals in there too, because they looking like they about ready to turn up too. So you got a lot of good teams out there. I mean, it's wide open.
The NFC definitely is.
I just mentioned J Money. I just mentioned them little green people that you root for.
This might be the year of the wild card, bro. It's fun.
Hey man, you never know. A lot of good wild card teams out there, so you never know.
Shit, I would have to win San Francisco, but
What's going on, Talking Sauce?
Sauce, man.
What's up with it?
Good to have y'all on here. But yeah, we got a loaded show. It's gonna be mostly recruiting related and transfer portal updates. We'll probably dabble into the bowl game a little bit. Oh, by the way, you gotta start talking more college basketball too with Florida. They also won yesterday. Beat the brakes off Stetson. The women won also. They went up to Dayton and pulled out a 67-63 win. So shout out to the ladies for going up there and getting the dub. Men won 89-51 over Stetson.
Mm-hmm.
A game that, I mean, it was out of hand from the get-go. But winter in spring sports is starting to kind of kick in. Baseball starts in about 74 days. Definitely might head out to a game. Try to hit up a softball game next spring too, if I can. Last time I was in Gainesville during that time, they were away and it sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, neither team was there. Baseball was on the road too. But
That's unfortunate.
yeah, that was unfortunate. Don't you do that again, Gainesville. Don't you do that again, SEC. But let's go ahead and get into this transfer portal. We're gonna start with the transfer portal because
Whew.
Yacht.
Let's see.
Yacht of people have entered the portal.
Let's start with the Gators because
Yeah.
we got a lot in house.
About I've counted for everybody that's entered the portal or the draft or just flat out ran out of eligibility. We're up to 27 guys.
Does anybody have a list?
You said what?
Do we have a list?
I saw one earlier. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
I saw one too. I'm trying to find it, bro. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of
Had a
guys.
It had a list of every name on there, including y'all favorite player trading, who, by the way, I'm gonna say this right now, is gonna kill the combine because he is gonna get an invite.
It would be the funniest thing ever for that man go out there and run like a 4.7, bro. That would be hilarious. Everybody think he run like a 4.4, 4.3.
It'd be funny as hell. It also would explain a lot.
You say that, but you know they're gonna look at game speed.
Yeah.
All right,
So much for that.
So you
Because
said
Jerry Rice wasn't fast, but I mean, when you looked at the games he played,
you also
you run
put
away
again.
from everybody. It's quicker than everybody.
You also
So
put
you,
again
Marcus, you got
football.
the list?
I got the report. So like Josh Brown transferred to Arkansas.
Oh yeah,
Ron.
yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats,
Our
bro.
week one long snapper entered the portal on October 26th.
Mhm.
Kamar Wilcoxon entered the portal on November 3rd.
Mhm.
Trent Whittemore entered on the 14th. Nick Elksnis the next day. Griffin McDowell, another tight end, entered the day after that. DeJuan Black, he entered the portal on the 16th.
This is my guy, man.
Avery Helm entered on the 28th. Dejan Wells on the 30th also entered.
Christ.
Lorenzo Lingard entered on December 1st. What else? And Naquan Wright the next day entered the transfer portal. Donovan McMillan on the 2nd also entered the portal.
Oh, my other guy, man.
Corey Collier Jr. entered on the 4th. David Reese, everyone's favorite 4-year player who didn't play as much because of injuries, entered on December 4th as well.
Podcast alum.
Shout out to him,
This
man.
podcast alone.
For real. Good luck to you, bro. Wherever you go, man. Good luck. Chief Borders ended on the 5th, which was today.
Jerry called that one.
Oh yeah.
My man's there for the GPA, man. Give us 4.0 and go on with life.
This man said,
Yeah, man. I mean, I respect it. I respect it.
I always respect that. And Yusef Magarville, I can't pronounce the last name. He was a redshirt freshman offensive lineman. He entered today. Yeah. And reports surfaced that Jalen Lee was going to enter the portal, but that's not confirmed yet.
Wait, the who?
Jalen Lee.
I can see it happening.
Like I said, there's reports surfaced, but we don't know for sure. And that's the
We got
list.
a guy on, bro. Jesus. Oh, I said Collier, Reese, Dean. All right, so Lingard, Naquan, D-Mac, Helm, Collier, Reese, Dean, Dexter, AR, Chief, Braun, Dejan, Yusef, Garage, Lee. Okay.
Yeah, it's.
And who else am I missing?
You said Chief, right?
Yeah, that's it, Chief.
That's all that entered the portal, right?
Yeah, that's all the portal.
I'm just putting guys that are leaving, period.
And
Ventrell is gone next year.
Yeah, Ventrell's gone. Rivon entered the draft, so did AR.
Yep.
Trading is out of eligibility.
Gurge is gone.
No, not necessarily.
Osiris is
He's
gone,
gone.
obviously.
Osiris, yeah.
Osiris is obviously gone. Garage, here's a sort of a tricky situation because there's some smoke that he could possibly return to Florida, or there's a chance he enters the draft. I like his upside if he does enter the draft, but then there's another report saying he could possibly enter the portal too. So his is sort of a tricky situation.
It's gonna kind of give us a visual representation because sometimes it's hard to kind of conceptualize mentally, but this is what it looks like right now.
Wait, why is Jalen Lee on there? It's not confirmed.
Is everything but
That's
confirmed?
really. Report surface, but we don't know for sure.
Yeah, we don't know for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, surface.
Oh, you got
So-
Whittemore on there, right? Whittemore's going to.
Yeah, Whittemore's gone too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Trent Whittemore.
Thank you. I was missing somebody. Whittemore.
Yeah, Trent Whittemore's
This is
gone.
insane. I feel like I'm missing somebody.
I mean, I guess we can throw in walk on Jack Anders
Yeah, Jack Anders has mentioned him.
portal today.
Yeah.
So that's a
we-
lot of guys.
Yeah, that is a entire football team with the guys.
It's a lot of guys. And I still miss somebody. DeJuan Black.
Yeah,
The
Black
one-
as well. Sucks they didn't work out.
This is the one Black. That sucks, bro.
Hard. That's what's going to happen. They're going to be aggressively hit the portal and talking sauce. I disagree with you.
It's sauce, bro.
Completely and vehemently disagree with that take.
I don't know about vehemently, but I'll up it to like 2 extra wins, possibly, potentially. We're going to see what happens though with the portal and everything and recruit season. So
Yeah, if they hit the portal the right way.
My thing is, bro. All right, let's be real. Let's be real.
yeah, be
Some of
real.
those guys are going to get snatched by other teams. Like, we won't get all of Alabama's guys. Georgia may get some. You know, like, we may only get a few guys. You know, like, we still have to make sure we fill out this class. Looks like we have to really, really continue to hit with DBs and the defensive line and the offensive line. I mean, we have everything to hit, to be quite honest. We're missing a lot, bro. So I really want to see us hit every single position as much as we can because we're looking stripped. I mean, quite frankly, bro.
It's razor thin, especially on the interior defensive line, which we already knew was thin coming in the season. It's really damn thin now because the best player is gone. Yeah, Chris McClellan going to be a true sophomore next year. Maybe some guys you recruit are going to get some time. But other than that, that's still a young ND tackle room.
Yeah. And we're going to have to play some freshmen next year. I mean, certainly. You're going to have to play some freshmen.
Do get a chance to play next year. There's some freshmen that absolutely need to be on the field next year.
Yeah.
Eugene,
I want to ask y'all, guy. Oh, yeah. He's got to play. What was the guy I was about to say? Oh, keep getting UL guys, honestly. Keep it up. I'll take them.
No, it's not them. He meant Louisville.
Well, Louisville.
Yeah, because Satterfield left. He's taking the Cincinnati job.
Oh my God! You know that.
Are we hearing?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Who's?
That Louisville class is about to fall apart. The Louisville class that includes the number 1 running back in the country, Reuben Owens.
We've been on Owens is going to dip at that.
Who Florida has been in contact with some.
Define some.
Some. What do we mean?
They've been contacting him lately. That's his name. I was trying to get his name. The Louisville transfer, Caleb Banks. That's his name. I was trying to remember his name. I couldn't really figure it out, but yeah, that's his name.
Yo, AB, you can go back to what Talking South said earlier.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go back to it.
You put in the comment about transport a little bit earlier. I want to go back to it real quick.
Is it this one?
Yeah, that's the one. See, that's the one you gotta keep it. We gotta keep in mind when we talk about the portal. There's a reason a lot of these guys are in the transfer portal, like straight up.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these guys will get on the field. There's some extra stuff off the field, possibly just not quite fitting the vision of that program.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta keep in mind like when we get talk about getting some of these guys in the portal.
And that's
Some of
exactly
these guys are good. Some of these guys, well, there's a reason they got told to hit the portal. You gotta. We can't just go out there shooting fish in the barrel and come out with something. We have to actually do the homework here. So hopefully the staff, which is like a bunch of people on the staff doing this for a reason, who are specifically looking at the transfer portal. Exactly, AB. Hope they do their research. Hope they do their due diligence, cross the T's, dot their I's, and all that, and don't just go out and say, "Well, he had this many stars. How many stars next to his name in high school? We tried to recruit him 2 years
exactly.
ago." Yeah.
Yep.
See where they are now as actual Division I college football players.
Yeah, man. Because like I think we can look at our roster and see the guys that are transferring out. Like somebody may see Collier and say, "Hey, he was a 4-star, nearly a 5-star guy at high school," but his body never filled out. So it's like if you're getting him based off of his film in high school and just him playing against guys that were somewhat his size, it's hey man. And even like a guy like Chief Borders, no disrespect to Chief Borders. I love Chief Borders, the guy, the person, but he never really made an impact for us on the field. Even when he got up there, I wasn't really impressed with a lot of stuff that I saw from him. Avery Helm, tremendous speed, but a lot to be desired. Jalen Lee, I'd say, is probably one of our better transfers. I think he's a solid player. He can go somewhere outside of the SEC and do pretty well.
Yeah, he'll hold a rotation.
We have huh?
I said Jalen will hold a rotation spot down somewhere. Like it won't be too deep or anything like that.
Yeah, he's rotational.
Yeah.
He's not somebody's starter. He's not a starter.
No.
Yeah. I don't know if it's Juice or Tim, but I will say I'm not feeling great about our road games next year. Not too great. With an inexperienced quarterback in the SEC and playing against the defending Pac-12 champs again.
Without Cam Rising.
Okay, he might be. I guess he's going, but
The only one of these road games that really truly concerns me is LSU. That one that was going to concern anybody.
AV, you're not serious, bro. AV,
you're not serious.
You're not serious.
Hey, man.
Serious, bro.
LSU, we know what LSU at night. We couldn't even beat LSU during the daytime.
Wait, so are you telling you're not scared of Williams-Brice? You're not concerned about Williams-Brice?
I'm not concerned a little bit about South Carolina.
No.
So, all right, let me ask you this: what makes you so confident in what we have? Because we know that we are completely rebuilding.
I'll throw a second one in. I'll throw a second one. Missouri, because that game's always weird.
Over Kentucky?
I would much rather play at Lexington on the road at Lexington than Columbia, Missouri.
Because especially if it's a noon game, you're playing at 11 a.m. over there.
I will go
every time.
I will go a step further. Marcus, you just basically said it right there. I hate playing Missouri. I don't understand. I hate playing Missouri. It's always a weird game. Like we could have no one team in the country. You saw what happened with Georgia when they played Georgia. You saw what happened. Georgia was fighting for their life that game. They should have lost that game. You saw that.
Is it because you're numb to Kentucky? Is it because you're numb to Kentucky?
No, I feel like the Kentucky games, the ones we've lost, we easily could have won. The game in 2018, Felipe Franks and Anthony Richardson, both of those games, 2018 and this past year, were eerily similar. Both quarterbacks throwing the ball 40-plus times. Shouldn't have happened. So you went away. But then again, 2018, we got screwed because the field goal was good and they said it wasn't. But those are games we could have won. I would say last year, 2021. Yeah, that's another one we could have won.
Yeah, that one was
like we could have won all of those games. We should have won all those games. But it's just coaching decisions that didn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like this, Jay Money. I don't like this. The man USC He went to Pittsburgh. Now he's transferring again.
I'm not.
No. Keep him and Malik Hornsby far away from my squad, my roster. Keep both of
Yeah,
those
I'm
guys.
not too high on Lewis.
Nah.
Hornsby can't throw. He can run, but he can't throw.
If we put a gun
Wait,
to my
Hornsby?
head, he's okay.
So what?
Like, if you put a gun
You
to my
said
head
Hornsby?
and ask me if I wanted it.
Yeah, Malik Hornsby.
Yeah,
Malik
Hornsby's
Hornsby
good.
from Arkansas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
He's good.
what?
Yeah, he's in the portal.
In the portal.
I'd take a wide receiver, not a quarterback. No, not a quarterback, bro.
I'll put it this way: if you put a gun to my head and ask if you had to take Keaton Slovis or Malik Hornsby, I'm saying call my mom and tell her I love her. Make sure I'm in my Sunday best in the casket.
Yeah, bro. I saw what Harold Perkins did to Hornsby. I don't want that. I don't want that. In
What? Harold Perkins to the
my
portal?
season shirt.
Relax.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate
Missouri
that so
Duke game.
much.
No. Missouri
Yeah.
any Missouri game in Columbia. No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always a little bit cautious about Missouri, but the Kentucky game gives me like creeps, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm just always like spooked by Kentucky. I'm not gonna lie to you.
See,
I ain't even spooked so much as like I ain't even spooked by that. I just hate looking at them stupid ass Stone M in Columbia, Missouri at noon. I just hate looking at that shit. And then we come out, we
Yeah.
always play flat every time it's a noon game or 11
Yeah.
a.m. over there in Central Time. We just
Yeah.
come out, look flat, we look unprepared, we look uninspired. It's usually rainy, it's windy as hell.
Or
Just a
super
weird-ass
cold.
environment.
There's
Super
only-
cold.
Yeah, super cold. There's only one time I remember us going there and completely dominating them, and that was 2020. I believe it was 20. Well,
Wait,
no, not
2019.
2019. 2019.
Kadarius Toney
And it's
masterclass.
always
Yeah.
when the meat of our schedule in conference is pretty much up and done with. We know by the time whether or not we're going to win the East or not. We just come out
Yeah.
flat and uninspired, and they usually sneak up on us sometimes. Now, 2020, we came out and handled business because, well, we still had shit to play for until, well, the shoe happened.
Yeah.
But, again, usually we know whether or not this is how the season's gone by then. And if it's bad, the game ends up bad.
Yeah, I agree. So I guess specifically concerning the portal, there were a few guys that came up about quarterback, and I know you were talking about Hornsby, Slovis, Sam Hartman is another guy. Well, yeah, that is true, J Money. That is true. I don't think we'll completely know until probably like July. You know what we got going. It'll be a lot of in and out, moving parts. So we'll see. But I know losing Javon and losing AR, it's going to be relatively tough and shorter too. Shorter. I forgot about shorter. So
That's an interesting tidbit. Speaking of portal quarterbacks, apparently NC State transfer Devin Leary. Apparently his sister goes to Florida.
oh, him too.
Well-
Okay. People
Well-
talking about DJU. DJ.
Take care.
People. Are you one
Look,
of these
man,
people, Gerald?
I'm not.
Yeah,
No,
Jerry, we have to discuss this controversial tweet that you put out that's gotten everybody in a frenzy. And I'm gonna need you to chill. Yeah, here we go. We're gonna put him up there. We're gonna need you to chill out, man.
Hey, man, look. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not that high on DJU. I'm not high on DJU. I was
I'm not high at all.
honestly tweeting. I was honestly tweeting that to get people's reactions. That's honestly what I want. But I wouldn't like. All right, say he wanted to come to Florida. I wouldn't be like, oh, absolutely not. Like disgusted. I'd be like, all right, bro.
Absolutely
game?
not.
Be again. He's not problematic in my opinion. I don't think he's like a problematic guy. So like, for depth purposes, why not? I mean, we lost Jack Anders. Huh?
He just got benched and then entered the portal the very next day.
I mean, yeah, but like, say there was nobody left on the table. I would take him if there was nobody left on the table.
I wouldn't. Hey man, if that's the case, Jay Rashada, hey, I'm sorry, but you gotta go out there.
AB, there is no freshman QB in college football. There is no freshman QB straight out of high school that will be ready to face Gator Nation. I'll be more worried about a freshman quarterback facing Gator Nation than the SEC itself.
What's either him, Jack Miller, or Max Brown? Which one you want? Right.
I'll probably play Jack Miller.
And what if Rashada came in and beat him out?
We could play the games of what if, but like, let's be honest.
Oh my gosh!
Most likely, Jack Miller's going to be the starter next year. The way it's looking.
Oh my god!
Unless we get a guy. What
are the chances that we actually get a guy?
We're gonna get somebody. I think we're gonna get somebody, like for sure.
So we're gonna shoot fish in a barrel and come out with something. That's what I'm saying. What I'm gathering here.
It's gonna be better than Austin Appleby. I can guarantee that.
God Almighty! Whoever considers getting Austin Appleby needs to be taken out back and talked to very, very harshly.
Honestly, absolutely not.
I don't care. I don't care who we bring in, bro.
He wears his do-rags like Jerry, so no.
DJ Ukulele.
They're absolutely not
Jeff
on him.
Sims.
Absolutely not on him too.
You don't like Jeff Sims?
Sandalwood legend, but I don't need him on my football team. I'm sorry.
Can't do it.
I'm personally good on I want Gator Twitter to be happy, man. I think we need to stop getting dual threats. Let's get a pocket passer.
Come on, man. They'll never be happy. Stop it.
Come on, man.
Let's get a pocket passer.
This man.
Let's get a pocket passer.
Air-rated out. You are using right now is heavy.
Hey, I don't know if this is Tim or Juice, but I'm going to say this once again. He got benched.
Twice.
Multiple times.
But it's not, but bro, like, let's be honest here. He got benched for a better talent. Like, simply, better talent.
By the way, I'm glad this kid, Austin Reed, was brought up. I saw this guy play. I'm in Pensacola, where the University of West Florida is located. Dude can ball. That's all I'm going to say.
He's like
Dude can ball. Yeah, he can ball. Okay. Put some talent around him, he can ball. Yes, about that, Tim. There's a reason he in the portal. And he's probably going out west anyway to UCLA or USC. It is down to them two schools because I think USC may have an inside track on his brother, Mateo Uyunglele.
Thing. Okay, so
I'm
just reading this list, and it's kind of like
this one of your surprise against AB?
No.
All right.
It's overwhelming for me to look at all these guys.
This is nuts. This shit is like doing numbers in the portal.
The portal is through the roof right now.
Like, coaches are literally going to be shooting fish in the barrel, and they're going to come out with something pretty decent.
Yeah. I think it's going to be just absolutely important that Napier prioritizes position groups and figures out how to build. Because I think now we're going to be in the age where coaches have to figure out a way to build guys through the portal, build rosters through the portal, along with recruiting classes. It's a different age now. Like, we're seeing something we've never seen before. So, and Billy being young, I think is going to be a very, very useful tool. But we got a lot to figure out, bro. Like, seriously.
Yeah, it's going to take time. Like, I just can't tell you that mid-season.
For anybody clamoring for Justin Flo, I'm good.
Justin Flo, bro. Justin Flo is Timothy.
I'm good. No, he isn't.
You're good. What? Why are you turning down linebackers?
He's been a bust at Oregon. It's the reason he's in the portal. He's been a bust at Oregon.
That's the reason everybody's in the portal.
He's been a bust at Oregon.
Like I said before, we don't know. We got that's the coach's job to
I
decide
know.
that.
He pretty much got phased out of the rotation.
Be like that sometimes. You don't know. That's on the coach. That's the coach. It ain't my job to figure that out. That's the coach's job if they want him or not. They got the film just like us. They got more film actually. So they'll look at it. They'll come to the same conclusion you did, most likely. A 95% chance they will, and I won't disagree with it honestly. And that's it. I ain't gonna make proclamations after 1 year.
He's from California.
Okay, so
how often have Cali kids worked out for us?
recruit the player,
Oh, rare.
state, and not the helmet.
The only one that worked out for us was Ronald Powell, and he was injured most of his career.
Barely.
Barely. He was fine. He looked far at least.
Barely. He was injured most of the time. And then Chris Steele, don't get me started.
Chris Steele was just a drama.
That was never gonna work.
It was never gonna work. But you mentioned two names, Tommy Brockermeyer and JoJo Earl. JoJo Earl's one I would look at. Dominic Lovett from Missouri is another receiver I would look at to possibly bring in. It's a lot of guys. It's a lot of guys in the portal right now. You have to not look at what they did at the other school so much because a lot of time consistently is just not a fit. That's true to a certain extent. I do agree with that, but he was literally phased out of the lineup. Like he was starting and then it got to a point where he was barely playing. So, I mean, if you're starting in the same scheme and then you get phased out, that's a little bit of an issue. That's a red flag for me.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying, like, hey, we don't know we're not privy to everything over there. We're not privy to how they run things at linebackers. Maybe the same scheme, but not exactly the same system, if that makes any sense. But again, the coaches, they got the tape. They'll look at it. They'll come to the conclusion of whether he fits the system or not. Like, it ain't my job to make those proclamations.
Yeah. So AB, I just want to ask you, man. I know you know more about this recruiting stuff than I do. How are we looking in recruiting right now? I know there's been a lot of talk about Hall, that kid coming in. So, how are you feeling, bro? How are you feeling?
With Jordan Hall, of course, his position, the defensive tackle, him being a Jacksonville kid also helps. But I think the fact that they offered his older brother a preferred walk-on spot and he wants to play with his brother, that can help push Florida over the edge. But then this weekend with his visit, they knocked it out of the park. Family was blown away by things that they had not seen before on campus. I think those are all three official visitors, really. It includes Desmond Ricks also, who was also on campus this weekend. But with Jordan Hall specifically, they knocked it out of the park. And I think Florida's in a great spot for him. Still got to battle Georgia. Still got to worry about that visit to Georgia next week. But we'll see. I think Florida's in a great spot as of right now.
Yeah, I think we're always in a great spot with recruits until we're not. So I'm interested in seeing if we can close on him. I think the kid would be very good. I think securing Jacksonville is important. Duval County is important. Then you go elsewhere. But as long as we get guys from Jacksonville, bro, 4 or 5 stars. Huh?
Is it, though?
What you mean, is it? Is it what?
Man, what you mean is it?
Does the name Fred Davis ring a bell?
You got one player.
Bro, that's a
Jaquez Robinson, who went to Bama.
Bro, trust me.
Hey,
Don't speak down on Duval.
Chill on my city,
Don't
boy.
speak
Chill on
down
my
on-
city.
Look, man. Look,
Wow,
Not too
bro.
much.
say keep Duval, keep that as a prime location to recruit. I agree with that. You just got to hit on the right guys. Tyreek Johnson didn't fare well at Ohio State. Sean Wade. I mean,
He was fine. He was good. He was
Because they
alright.
all need to be. They all need to be at UF. They need to be at UF to flourish, bro.
They're not all bad. Derrick Henry.
I don't know. I mean, I think Trayon Webb will pan out.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he'll pan out.
Derrick Henry should do.
Speak facts.
Usually.
What's the area code?
He's from
Speak
St.
facts.
That's not St. John's, first of all. Let's get your geography straight.
I just did that to get a rise out of you.
Nassau, but it's up the road.
Hey y'all, welcome Tim in here, bro. Welcome Tim in here. We got Talking Sauce Tim.
You're on mute, bro.
What up?
What's going on? What's going on?
What is
up?
happening?
Nothing. Listen to you all talking here.
What you sipping on over there?
Yeah, what you got?
Nothing tonight. Just some. Actually, stopped at Sonic.
I know you stopped it. Man,
I don't my daughter to gymnastics tonight, so stopped and got a drink at
Gotcha.
Sonic.
This-
Yep.
This man got the jumbo popcorn chicken. I know you did.
My man's on
Nah,
Sunday.
nah.
That's what's up.
No food from Sonic from me.
Boy, you in the bathroom, bro.
You don't order food from Sonic.
But
He
Sam
probably
getting
was right.
old over here.
You don't order any food from Sonic.
Nah. I like the drinks though. The drinks is good.
Yeah, the drink's good, bro.
Drinks be hitting.
AB, what you be ordering from Sonic, bro?
Hey man, I get the slushes with the nerds.
Like,
I used to get them with the Jolly Ranchers, but they got rid of the Jolly Ranchers, and I'm pissed about that still. But the nerds are good. The
Yeah.
slushes with the nerds, those are usually pretty
Yeah.
good. Or I'll get a Sprite or something. If I get any food, I would say this: their burgers are actually really underrated. The burgers are actually pretty good.
AB,
Not
don't
even-
go off. Don't down that hill, bro. Not tonight.
Don't do it.
Hey man, bro, you probably eating a raccoon burger as we speak.
He said a
Bro,
raccoon.
At least I
burger.
know what it
Hey,
is.
man, relax.
Yeah, we all know what it is. Unfortunately,
Ain't
Don't
nothing
speak
wrong
down
with no
about it.
raccoon. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
down on raccoon. Anybody eating raccoon is a freaking terrorist. Or I'll say this: look, there's aliens walking around on this earth. If you eat raccoon, look, you might be one of them aliens. Look, I'm gonna have to call Will Smith.
Bro. You know,
He did Independence Day. He did all the Men in Black movies. He know how to battle aliens. Let's call Will Smith, see what he can do. He
just
battles.
eat, bro. Ask Damian Pierce what he was eating in Bainbridge, Georgia. I promise you, he'd have ate some squirrel,
He
something like that. Derrick Henry
He was having a
Bill's
good
the best running back.
I don't want to know what he ate. Shout out to Damian Pierce who's balling for Houston. You know the team's like 1-10 and 1 right now.
But I wanted to ask Tim though, man. Like, so we got our list down here, bro. We pretty much listed out. I think I'm missing some people too, but listed out who we're missing, dog. So like, what are your thoughts on this mass exodus that the Gator fans asked for that we're not getting?
Yeah, the only thing for me is interesting. I wish it would have happened like earlier, just because the first year is a free year, and I wish it because we saw Deion Sanders where he praised it, told them like when he came there, y'all about this, it's about to be some people that get up out of here, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm I'm more for. I'd rather you go ahead and get it out the way, and figure it out, after because I think now you're in a position of like some of these guys played this season or you were building up to play this season and now they're gone and then there are probably death behind them, right? Even some of these guys didn't play, but they were probably going to be up to play, maybe get some play action this season, right? some of these guys on this list who maybe never touched the field. They probably would have touched the field this coming up season. So,
Right.
I mean, this is where we are in football now. You just gotta hit the portal. Hit the portal.
Do what you gotta do.
AB, what's wrong, bro?
Hit that portal with money.
Who?
Jaheim Bell from South Carolina just announced he's entering the portal.
See, this is what I'm talking about, bro. Like that man was like he was Mr. South Carolina, bro.
Crazy.
Wait.
I thought he was entering the draft because I saw the thing,
Wow.
the little Eddie had. I thought he was entering the draft. I'm like, all right, he's gonna enter the draft. And now I ran it in. I decided, what do you put? Hold on. So after this many discussions with my family, I decided to enter the transfer portal to further continue my football career. I thought he was
But
entering the
like,
draft.
some of these kids, though, I feel like you have one side of the kids like where they believe that they can find something better, and other kids that think they're gonna like go to another school and just be like this starter all of a sudden. Like, I'm sorry, man. There's a lot of guys that I feel like transfer from Florida, they're probably not gonna start elsewhere. Like, just being honest, because they just didn't pan out. Like, you know, I don't know, man.
That's the thing about the portal, man. It's one of them things. Like I said, you can't look at what they did at the other school, and you also can't look at their rankings, and you also can't look at thinking that they're gonna just come to your school and be good either. So it's almost
That's what worries me about some of these kids.
Yeah.
Tim, we got a question for you on
Like,
here.
they
Jay
fit?
Money
What you
does.
trying to do?
Because I actually like this.
Wait, what'd you say, AB? I think you froze up a little bit.
Got a question here from Jay Money.
Okay. If offers Louisville. Okay. I didn't even see this. Who's their defensive Louisville's defensive line?
Taylor Banks, the redshirt freshman defensive lineman.
Okay, I haven't even looked at him yet. Is he pretty good this year?
I haven't watched enough games with the bit too.
Yeah.
I haven't really looked at Louisville a whole lot this year, but he's 6'7", 300 pounds. It's not look if he's not coming in to start, it'd be nice for depth because we badly need defensive line depth. So,
Yeah, I have to look at him, but I mean, you know,
because some
if
of
Billy
these,
want him and he a good fit, and that's all that matters. They got to fit your system. You got the guys out who didn't fit your system, and now it's time to get the guys who do fit your system. So that's why I say some of these players, they might not be good at one school, but if they come in and fit and you build around what they're doing, they might be, you know, they might go from not getting pulled or benched to maybe being a starter at your school.
and I'm looking at some of these portal offers and some of the additions we may get. I'm looking at some of them as depth pieces because some of these positions we need a lot of depth, like defense tackle, defensive line in general. We need depth there. We need depth at wide receiver.
Linebacker.
Big deficit.
Like,
Nah,
Florida
we need
has-
guys who actually can play
it's-
linebacker.
And that's why I say when y'all ask me about how I feel about this list, that's why I wanted to get it out of the way, because then you would be rocking with people who had played during the whole season, right?
Yeah.
And now we done got some of these dudes out who did play, some like Avery Helms played, you know, Naquan, he played here and there, but you know, even Whittemore, you know, he played a little bit, Dijon, and some of those guys. I mean, now you're kind of in instances of like the AB saying you gotta build depth, but you also gotta get some starters out here because some of these we don't even know who some of these starters are gonna be.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a step further. DB, I got Jaden Hill on Portal Watch.
Jaden Hill.
I got him on.
That's spicy, bro.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I have him on Portal Watch.
Well, this roster could be flipped in a hurry, isn't it?
Yeah, look. I did say on this podcast weeks ago the purge was coming. You
Is
see,
AB freezing on y'all screen or is it just mine?
Yeah, he's freezing on mine too.
No, he must definitely
Okay.
be on too.
Okay. I was just making sure. I was like, dang, my internet's being terrible right now.
Hey, but like
Yeah,
I
I
said
would
though,
I don't think the same
we see
thing.
the spring game. When we see the spring game, bro, it's gonna be a lot of this.
Oh my!
Oh my gosh.
Look at you quit eating. What's wrong with you, bro?
Oh man.
But nah, for real though, it's gonna be a whole
I'm
new roster.
slamming pictures down over here.
You gonna be seeing guys that you ain't never heard of. Oh wait, he just got on campus. He already in the 2 deep. Like what's going on? Then fall campus gonna come in, and the rest of the recruiting class that. Oh,
Some of them told me like that in the 2 deep.
oh, word,
Like Kelby Collins is good. Kelby Collins, Will Norman. Who was the other guy?
What are you talking about? You talking about recruits from the 2023 class? Or
Yeah.
2023 class?
Norman, Kelby Collins. Oh, Cersei, TJ Cersei.
I think he'll definitely be in the 2 deep.
I mean, a lot of these guys are going to play immediately.
And that's what. See, that's the thing too, though. You know, it was going to be interesting because we do have some solid freshmen coming in, but that's the thing. Some of these guys. It's going. I know it sounds good for the recruiting class, right? They're solid, but I think next year, like I said, Marcus, keep that 6-6 up because
it's in the top. Don't worry.
It's gonna be interesting next year. But I do like the fact that we have seen this work because. And I know this example is not that great because Brian Kelly has been coaching forever, but we saw him build a team from LSU. They had like 25 scholarships at one point in time from how many people left their team. So you can do it. It's just more probably not likely than likely because you got to it's a lot of luck, that goes into this. And like I said, with Brian Kelly, he's been coaching for a while, so he should be able to kind of piece together this stuff, and so
you gotta hit the portal. And
you ain't got a choice now.
You can't just offer it. You can't just go after anybody, and that's the thing. That's why I want to tell some of the fans too. You can't just go after anybody that hits the portal.
Right.
Like Marcus said earlier, there's a reason why some of these guys are in the portal. Some of them just ain't that good.
Yeah.
Are they even that good? Were they even coachable at the last spot? Do they fit what you want to do? There's a lot of questions you have to answer.
What goes into it?
Yep. I didn't see. Well, I'll ask this: who would y'all say has been the most surprising guy from our team to enter the portal? For me, I think it's McMillan. I didn't see it coming. I did
not see that coming.
That's what surprised me, if anybody. The rest of them didn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
And for me, besides McMillan, the other one that surprised me that hit the portal was honestly Dejan. I honestly didn't think he would hit the portal.
I saw that one coming, bro.
I bet see that one.
I mean,
what made y'all think he was going?
Well,
I didn't think
me,
he was
it was just like
the kids coming in next year. No, like, the kids coming in next year, I wasn't sure he was going to get burned. Plus, he already had stuff going on before Billy came in. Like, this ain't UL or whatnot. It caused a little bit of frenzy for like a week and a half. And the drop against Vanderbilt that people kind of pointed to as the reason we lost the game and things like that. Yeah. Plus, again, the kids coming in this class, guys with a lot of speed, kids that can play. I was not sure who was going to see the field.
Yeah, I think for me, man, like it may sound weird, but like I watch like with a lot of kids because I post some things that are very like controversial, and so if a player likes my tweet, I'm very like, why are you liking my tweet? Like you should not be liking this. So I feel my controversial tweets, and I'm like, okay,
controversial.
Mm-hmm.
They controversial, hey, right? Man won't DJ play the quarter.
I'm saying I'm saying he's not. I don't want him, but like I'm saying I wouldn't be mad if he came if there was nobody else on the table.
And it's like 1 to 2 years. Like that's what I think people are forgetting. People are acting like we're about to play this dude for 4 years. When you have it, listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I know it don't sound sexy, but when you have a quarterback and I know he got benched at Clemson, but they also. I'm not. I will talk about Clemson another day, but I will just say this: you have a quarterback who is 62%, 20 plus touchdowns, less than 10 interceptions, and you have a coach who I think, though, when you look at how he plays and how Billy runs the offense, I think that they could do some things together. And now I'm not saying that it's going to work, and I'm not even going to say it's going to happen because the kid is from out west, right? So I think for me, it'd probably look a little bit more, if you could go anywhere you wanted to, you probably go closer to home now since you kind of got a choice, right? But I think that he does fit the bill. And I think people are crazy if they don't believe that he doesn't. That's why I say you have to look at who is behind him. That kid, Kubnik,
Oh my God.
bro, he's very good. And Clemson's offense is different than they use Will Shipley a lot, or whatever his name is, and they don't really have. I mean, they got a couple wide receivers, but they don't have the wide receivers like they used to have.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yeah,
their offense is.
I'll
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go a step further and say it's different. Structurally, it's bad. Is the other part. Plus, the wide receivers are all 6'4", 6'5". There's no real variety. It's either throw jump balls, or nothing, or we're getting Will Shipley.
Or yeah, exactly. You're running the ball more than you're passing. First of all, and then, I mean, I don't know. I haven't really watched their offensive line this year, but I don't even think their offensive line is it that good?
It's not elite, no. It's not that good.
Okay,
it's not good.
So
I'm gonna be honest. I agree to a certain extent. One problem with the whole thing. Cade Klubnik was not behind DJ Uiagalelei last year, and he still wasn't very good.
He definitely improved though, bro.
Yeah. What year was he last year though?
Also reverted back to
That was his first year start.
Okay. So he's only a sophomore. I mean, we have seen guys. Remember this.
He's a
Do
junior.
not forget this.
Yeah,
Who,
he's
DJ?
because the first year he was there, Trevor Lawrence was there.
Yeah. So did he is he a red shirt or no?
No, he's a true junior.
Okay.
Remember,
So
if you remember, of course, he stepped in the 2 games for Trevor whenever he had COVID. So
yeah. But we have, and that's the thing about quarterbacks, though. We have seen guys, if we looked at what they did, or even not had played, or who they didn't beat out, right? A lot of these dudes, a la Joe Burrow, wouldn't probably be playing.
Right. Yeah.
Because you can get better from year to year. It does make a difference. And we've seen a whole scheme. I think we've seen a whole scheme as well change. Sleeping on who's NP?
Napier.
A little bit. You don't hit the transfer hard or anything. Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm not sleeping on Napier.
Too though. You can't just get any player.
Well, and you're what you're saying though, you're acting like that there's other coaches who are not going to be in the portal as well. So that's where I'm not sleeping on him. I'm just saying that there are a lot of other teams that need a lot of other players too.
Yeah, because going to be in the so
yes.
You got to battle Kirby. It's like recruit. You still got to battle these guys for portal guys as well.
Yes.
So
we've seen how it. No, you're right. Go ahead, Jerry.
It's survival of the fittest out there, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Dog eat dog world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you still, whether like I said, whether it's recruiting the transfer portal, you still got to battle the heavy hitters. You still got to battle the Bamas, the Clemsons, Ohio State, Georgia. I mean, because they have positions of need too. Now, I will say this: Florida having 27, losing so far 27 guys. It's 27 if you count guys who entered the portal, guys who are out of eligibility, and the 2 that entered the draft today, or 3. It's 3 now that entered the draft. 3 with Torrance. So you've had 3 guys enter the draft. So that's a lot that you have to replace. It can't just be this recruiting class, which I think is a good class that can end up being great. I mean, if you look at the film and all these guys, They are really good. And I'm and speaking of which, right now I'm gonna go ahead and give one of my underrated prospects in this class. Remember this name, Aaron Gates. Remember that
Oh
name.
yeah. I like Aaron Gates.
That name right now because I think Aaron Gates is going to be one of these guys where he's not talked about a lot, but when he gets on campus, you're going to see why this school, why Florida wanted him. That's all I'm saying.
About
That's-
Gates though, is he sticking around? Because Michigan was on him pretty heavy.
Yeah, I saw that.
He visited Michigan numerous times. They were on him heavy. He just took an official visit to Michigan, not this past weekend because he was at Florida this past weekend on his official visit, but the weekend before. And he took numerous unofficial visits there. They wanted him bad. And he said after this weekend, he's done with this recruitment. He's locked into Florida now. So we staved off Michigan for him because I was a little worried that he was going to flip. I'm not going to lie. If he would have flipped, that would have hurt a little. Because I love where he's versatile. He can play safety, he can play corner, he can play nickel. You can put him anywhere. And honestly, you can put him on offense too if you wanted to. Because if you put the ball in his hands, he's a threat to score every time.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of those guys in this class, and that's what I like about Napier's recruiting style so far, and him along with the staff. He likes guys that just look the part, look like they're better athletically. You look at Jakeem Jackson's film. I mean, it's like that kid is playing against tough competition, and he's dominating. Like he is a superior athlete. So I'm glad we have him, and hopefully we keep him in the class, and we add some more pieces, but. So far, man, we're getting guys that look like they can play SEC ball, and that's what I'm pretty excited about in the recruiting class so far.
Exactly. And while we're on that subject, real quick, which one of you guys? I mean, who wants to go first? Your underrated recruit for this class. If you have
Underrated.
See, I have one, bro, but he might get dropped. I don't know. I hope not, though.
Talking about Tyree Patterson?
Yes, bro. I like Tyree Patterson's game, bro. I really do. I like the kid's game.
Jerry, I got bad news for you.
I know. Yeah.
That boy out of there. But Gates, if you put the word underrated next to Aaron Gates, that would be my pick. My favorite recruit is probably Eugene Wilson because I love his speed and space. But I love Gates' versatility on defense, so that's probably the most underrated guy.
For some reason, I cannot remember. But what's crazy is we broke down every single one of these dudes' film, and I'm having a brain fart. But I don't know.
Speaking of which, are we gonna get that film breakdown back on Talking Sauce?
Oh, dude, you already know. It's about to.
Bro,
It's about to happen Wednesday.
Yes.
It's about to happen Wednesday, cuz. But yeah, I do like Andy Jean.
Oh, yeah.
Love
Yeah, he's one of those dudes that I can kind of remember that his film was pretty good. I think that one kid, what's the defense? I think, am I tripping?
Jaden Robinson.
Not Jaden Robinson. Is it Gavin Hill?
Gavin Hill, defensive line.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't remember. For some reason, his name sticks out to me, but we'll have to go back through it.
Isaiah Nixon, Gavin Hill.
I watched him play in person live, and
I like
that's
Jordan
all I'm gonna say.
I like Jordan Castells.
Yeah.
I think Castells.
I love Jordan. Like he's got
I'm a
the
big fan of
range
Bryce Thornton.
for safety. So
Bro, Bryce Thornton too.
Yeah.
Thornton too, bro.
speed in the back end. You need both.
Lord knows we need it. We need it in spades.
Yeah.
See, him and Aaron Gates are very athletic.
But I love that y'all brought out though. Andy Jean. I think Andy Jean. I think there's a chance he comes in and plays early too. His route running. I keep telling y'all who he remind me of. Y'all don't think I'm crazy.
Yeah, he already got coached up by Mark Cooper, so I'm sold.
That's my comp for him. That is my comp. I'm telling you, it's eerily similar with his route running. Now, he may not be as fast as Amari Cooper, but route running.
Plus, like AB, I think if you're going to be in Napier's system, you have to be an elite route runner if you want to be like super effective.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like,
Like look at Ricky Pearsall what he did.
Yeah.
Look at Ricky Pearsall what he did when he came in. Great route runner. He's open all the time. Is doing transfer portal the right way. Do you think you would have a better roster? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It depends. Like we said, it depends on who you hit on. You know, with some of the guys that's out there, especially at the linebacker position, defensive line position, safety, and quarterback. Because Lord knows we do need a quarterback now. And you get on those four positions right there the right way. That pessimistic 6-6 that Marcus has in his name right now will easily go up in wins.
AB. We gotta go back and look at the schedule. Go back and look at that schedule, bro.
Not gonna lie.
What up?
I don't even have a schedule, I don't believe.
And I hate them. Georgia, LSU, Kentucky,
South Carolina.
That's a road. That's a road
FSU is bringing back Jordan Travis.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if we don't know how to tackle next year, then I'll be concerned.
I don't know if one of y'all can share it. I just entered it. I think I got it in y'all's chat thing or at the bottom.
Yeah, hold on.
If y'all can put that up
You
might can put that up on the screen. Just a schedule. Yeah. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
There it is right there.
Can you blow it up a little bit?
Yeah, let me see if I can here. Kind of shrunk it down.
Oh my
a little
god, I
bit.
forgot about Utah, bro. Oh,
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. Start with Utah as the home and home series. Now that's gonna be a tough game regardless, even though they're losing Cam Rising. That's gonna be a tough game regardless. I think they do bring back Clark Phillips. He's only a sophomore. And honestly,
running back.
You said who?
And Makai Bernard running back and running back they found, and the backup QB who became a running back who looked really good against USC.
Oh, he killed USC.
They are going to be losing nobody. They're tight end.
Yeah,
they are losing both tight ends. Brandon Keithy and Dalton Kincaid are both gone.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to insert because there's a third one that they use too. They'll be able to insert another tight end. That's their bread and butter. They're going to plug and play.
That defense is still good, really good.
Yeah,
so
as long as Kyle Whittingham's still coaching the defense, they're going to be rock hard over there.
And it's at home for them, so you know
that's true. Who are our for sure wins? I'll ask that AB.
McNeese, Charlotte. We'll say I'm gonna say Vanderbilt because it didn't Mike right.
Revenge game.
Wait, hold on. I'm glad you said that, Tim. Yes, he did enter the portal. But do not, and I repeat, do not sleep on AJ Swan. Do not sleep on him. That kid can throw. That kid can throw the football. Like as a pure passer, he can throw the football.
Yeah. I would rather face Vanderbilt with a passer though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't. That's a win because that's a revenge game at home. So yeah.
The Vanderbilt revenge game does not belong in the same sentence.
Wow. And guess who will make his return to Gainesville next season?
Rashad Torrance.
Josh Braun. We have Arkansas on the schedule as a home game.
Wait,
shit, we do. Oh.
Yeah.
Bro, let me tell you, Josh Braun's gonna be freaking elite with
Pittman. Look, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to throw this little tidbit out there, though. The last former Gator to transfer to Arkansas and return to Gainesville
Felipe.
did not win.
AB, what does that have to do with anything?
What does that have to do with the practice in China, bro?
No, but in all seriousness, Sam Pittman's like, so that's gonna be a tough game. That's
Sam Pittman was the one assistant that I prayed left Georgia.
Man, what? God.
He made it
Ugh.
every elite offensive lineman that was out there.
Bro, he was bringing
actually
in boys
coached
that like
them.
they've been
If there
eating bricks.
If there was an elite offensive lineman within the vicinity of Georgia while Sam Pittman was there, you can bet the house that they were going to Georgia.
Yeah,
Hell,
bro, it was-
and the best thing about Sam Pittman, he actually could coach those guys.
Oh
Yeah.
my
He actually
God.
panned out.
And he's a fun dude, bro.
Yeah.
He's like
I love
he's
Sam
like
Pittman.
fun enough to where he's like kind of hip, you know, like he's like old school type of dude, but he's hip, and he's just like a good funny dude. And I don't be rooting for other teams, but that's like a team where I'm like, man, I hope he do all right over there.
Oh,
So
God,
he's the quintessential O-line coach. I love Sam Pittman.
look at the
Yeah.
last 5 games of the season.
I know that's tough, man.
Ooh,
I do not like that.
bro,
Three
I
two on the road.
shoot,
That is brutal.
bro, I'm not gonna lie, man.
That Missouri game is terrible.
It's always
Absolutely.
Year, every time you play them in Columbia. Usually by the time the Georgia games pass, so we know what's up with the East. And usually we come out absolutely dog flat, or if we win the Georgia game, we know we still have stuff in front of us. So we come out there and
Having
play well,
LSU
even if it's a lose.
having LSU that late is just disgusting to me,
That's despicable.
And then Arkansas right before that.
bro. That's
Georgia, Arkansas, LSU, and then a noon game at Missouri.
These niggas was nasty.
He's got to give me the side eye for saying Missouri worries me.
My slide deserves to be punched for this schedule. What is this?
I don't know.
best case
One,
scenario.
two-
Best case scenario is we go. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Matter of fact, let me see Georgia's schedule because they be escaping people.
Yeah.
First 7.
Schedule real quick. I want to see who all day.
All right.
I said
Pull it
those
up
first
here.
7 games need to be 5-2 if we're trying to be
Oh
successful.
my god, this schedule is
Hmm,
cake.
closer.
This schedule is cake.
Georgia schedule. Georgia, man, they don't play LSU every year, bro. Like that's what pisses me off.
They be escaping everybody in the West.
They play Auburn every year, and Auburn hasn't been.
All right, here we
anything.
go. Let me see. Is this
I mean,
their
Auburn's a rival,
23?
so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I'll share it if y'all want me to.
And they gonna have what's my guy?
Can you see that? Can you guys see that? Yeah, perfect.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh my god. What is this?
Come on, man. What are they opening up with?
No, it's like the Pelicans.
Oh, that's
Hey, what they about to play Zion? What is that?
Tennessee
Them
Martin
boys-
and Ball
Bro,
State
them boys playing FCS Southeast.
2 weeks in a row, and then you get South Carolina, which you should win. Then
Look like a soccer club logo.
Jesus.
So they're going probably 9-0. 10, bro, they're not losing a single game.
They're not losing.
Man,
They're
Unless
going 12-0.
unless those guys that replace guys aren't ready. If
They're
that's the
going
case, they're going 12-0. Come on now. They're not losing to Auburn. They're not losing to Ole Miss. They're beating Tennessee.
it will be interesting to
This
not
is-
see
Whoa,
Stetson
hold
Bennett
on.
at quarterback.
Hugh Freeze at Auburn? Depends on who he gets out of the portal.
They're beating Auburn. Stop.
And they
No.
do have Tank Benson coming back.
I forgot Tank Benson was on the team.
I thought Tank was gonna leave like last year, bro.
That was about 2 years ago.
He almost
He was talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, he actually, as a matter of fact, I think he did put his name in the portal for like a day, and then he pulled it out.
Yeah. He is about to get up out of there.
I would have left Brian Harsin's ass in the cold. I'm sorry. I don't know what you was doing with that.
That's why I said Hugh Freeze at Auburn would be interesting because that game is at Auburn, so you never know.
I
Their
believe we're
toughest, their toughest stretch here is going to be Ole
Florida.
Miss and Tennessee.
It's too-
That's what
they're
we're
they're mamby-pamby. They should beat them.
This is a very who's playing quarterback?
Carson.
Yep, Carson Beck, and then they also got what's the other kid?
Why he got my
Go over
last?
Gunner Stockton.
Yeah, Gunnar Stockton, and
Right,
Why
he
was
they,
there?
I think they got another one coming up on this recruiting class as well.
I think Brock Vandegrift hit the portal eventually.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
who
think
we got.
he will.
Martin Anderville.
I love how we have to go on the road at South Carolina right before the Georgia game. They play Vandy.
They're beating Vandy.
Yeah, they beat Vandy, but we got South Carolina on the road before that.
I just have a question for Greg Sankey. Why does Georgia always get away with having easy schedules like this? Why can't we have the easy schedules? What do we do to deserve this?
But they draw no one out the West except Auburn, who they play every year. And after that,
Or they get Ole Miss when everybody leaves, or they'll get Texas A&M when nobody's there, or when they gonna play Alabama in the regular season?
meanwhile, we can't draw them Texas A&M at home.
Yeah,
We might as well go
Bro,
we might as well go to make that Gainesville because we play there damn every year.
Basically, yeah.
man, like when we gonna get a break?
Watch what happens like next year. Some crazy shit's gonna happen. We're gonna play them again. Watch.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all have to play Texas A&M at home again in Texas.
Yeah, watch it
In
be
Texas.
doing. And watch it be if A&M gets some shit again next year. That's what happens.
It's just, man. I honestly, I don't even know, bro.
I will tell y'all
What's-
this too.
Yeah, go ahead.
If y'all don't remember this, this article, it says the SEC now expected to decide on the new schedule format in early 2023. So we'll know very soon. Remember, doing away with the divisions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're about to change very soon, or we're gonna know the findings. And I think the change, there's probably trying to match it up with the college football playoff. So this schedule, this might be the last year or two that we're going to see the schedule. So because they're trying to go away from like the divisions and go away from set games every year where everybody trying to play everybody. Because I mean, that to me is only fair when you have this type of lineup where you got Florida. Because I mean, the good thing for Florida, it actually could be a lot worse. The good thing for Florida is, think about it like this, because remember we played Miami that one year. Luckily, they had a new head coach and was down, right?
Yeah.
But to play FSU, they weren't that good. You played Tennessee, they weren't really that good that year. Then you played Georgia, we know what they were. You play LSU. Like, that's 5 games right there.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh my gosh, like but yeah, imagine if they are all good. So you have to play Miami, Florida State, Tennessee, Georgia, LSU. And then even if you take off Miami, that's 4 teams that we have to play every single year.
Jesus Christ.
That's a landmine.
We definitely got to discuss this on here. And we'll get more in depth with it tomorrow on indisputable evidence, but we'll kind of get into it a little bit now because the Rose Bowl agreed to a deal to basically expedite the college football playoff, expanding to 12 teams, which means Alabama's going to be in it every year. Georgia's going to be in it every year. Ohio State and Clemson will probably be in it every year. There are certain teams that are going to be in it every year.
My only thing is, the only thing I'm glad about is I don't want to hear Nick Saban whine about getting the playoffs or trying to get a playoff spot again.
That man was campaigning like he was running for president to get that team in the college football playoff.
I was like, Nick, you know damn well you're not getting it. Sit your ass down.
It's dang, man. You know what? That's gonna be pretty good. We're gonna see a lot of teams in there every year. For sure.
There'll be some fun games at the bottom, I'll say that much.
Imagine the 12-team playoff this year. Tulane would end up playing, I think, well, not Tulane. No, yeah, they would. They would end up playing Bama. Oh, God. No.
I think they had this picture up last week, I think. Wait a minute. The rankings changed.
Yeah, because you got to take out USC and put it in Ohio State now.
Yeah.
USC fell out the top 12, right?
Yeah. Wait, no. I think it did.
I don't think they fell that far.
But if we did have a 12-team playoff this year, guess who still wouldn't have made it?
Florida State.
Had the shot in there.
Well,
Hey,
they wouldn't have made it, but I think Tulane. I want to say Tulane was out too, or did they? Because see, Tulane got to play you. Actually, that's who USC plays. Cotton Bowl. USC and Tulane play each other in the Cotton Bowl.
oh wow.
I'll tell y'all this. I am all about 12-team playoff. I am all about it.
Me too,
So-
honestly, bro.
You would have because the top 4 teams would get they would get a bye. So you would have Alabama versus Washington, Tennessee. You would have Tennessee
USC.
versus
Or no, not USC.
who's number
Yeah, where's
11?
11? Yeah, I think you got to scroll down a little bit. It's got
Oh,
to scroll
shoot.
down a little bit. It's right up on. There's another column.
Oh, there we go.
Penn State.
Tennessee would play Penn State. Clemson would play USC, and Utah and Kansas State would probably play the most boring game of those matchups because it'd be first team to 10 wins that game.
Oh, you said?
It would be Alabama, Washington, Tennessee, Penn State, Clemson, USC, and Utah and Kansas State. Those would be your
Fun, actually.
matchups.
Oh. So the first 14 you get a bye. Okay, gotcha. I
Yeah,
didn't
the
realize
first
that. Okay.
Bye.
And don't they get a home game?
Yeah, they're on campus. That's the thing. They're all on campus.
So you get Sanford, the Big House, the Horseshoe, and Able G Carter, the home games to play off.
Utah versus Kansas State would be
That's pretty fun, actually.
my guy. Pops, what's up, bro? Yes, sir.
Oh, and he also said auto bids are. You know what? I would agree, but I mean that's really the only way you can do it. I mean, the only way they wouldn't get an automatic bid is if you do a 16-team playoff.
No, we don't need that
Personally,
one.
We don't need.
I'm barely a big fan of 12 personally. I'm more like 6 to 8. My preference is, but 12 is okay. I mean,
6 to 8.
if that's the absolute far it should go.
Pops is right about this.
Yeah, get that Tulane trash out of here. I don't
No,
like that.
no, he's right. Tulane get in over Washington probably as the Group of 5 conference champion. You know the committee would find some way to
Womp, womp, womp.
So, I mean, this is they'll get killed by Alabama, but hey, I mean,
Oh, they will get put to shame, bro.
I mean, quite frankly, most teams will
Right,
have a good year, but
like if you were to do a 12-team playoff this year, Tulane would actually be your 12 seed.
So
it's
pretty much
too
all
much.
the Group 5 champion or the Group 5 champions will like get in.
At least one Group of 5 champion would get in. At least one.
FAU,
Terrible,
you know
Kenny.
what to do. Tom Herman, let's get it going, Tom.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Wow.
because we want to see Alabama versus FAU in a 12-team playoff.
I mean, Alabama's killing one of these teams in the 12 playoff. Doesn't really matter.
I tell you what, you don't want to see. You don't want to see.
Harder
You don't want to
like-
see Florida versus. You don't want to see Florida versus FAU. Yeah.
Didn't they win the last time they played each other? You know, Florida fans was on the edge of their seats.
I'm just saying, bro. It gets weird.
I've seen him take us to overtime once. Got weird.
Hey, he dropping dimes in here. That's an auto bid, top 6 conference champion. Get an auto bid. Yeah, he's right. Because you got the Power 5 conference champions, and then you have the one Group of 5 conference champion. So
That's
you
a
would
lot.
have 6 auto bids.
Yeah. That is
See,
silly.
I think this format, bro. I think this format puts a lot of pressure on like Napier. Like he needs to be top 12.
So here's the thing. So think about this for a minute, y'all. Remember in 2017 when UCF kept claiming they were national champions?
Yeah.
Imagine if it would have been a 12-team playoff then. You know what matchup you would have got, right? You would have got.
'Cause they would've
you
been-
probably got Alabama and UCF. Because remember, Alabama called them out, and then UCF got quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing you're going to see. You're going to see some weird matchups, but you know what? Some of these matchups would be good. Like Clemson against USC would be good. That would be
Yeah, I mean, and it's not a pointless bowl game. So
Right.
that's my thing. It's like you literally are giving purpose, even though we've seen already a few Ohio State guys saying sitting out or something. What's going on there?
Well,
See,
Jackson-
that's what I'm saying too, Tim.
He's just not healthy.
Like a lot of
Like,
people are complaining about the. Oh, go ahead, Av.
No, well, I was just saying Jackson Smith and Jacob wasn't cleared to play, so that's why he pretty much said, "All right, I'm going to play for the draft," because the doctors didn't even put him to play.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, a lot of people are like complaining about this whole thing about it. They're like, oh, it's going to take away from the regular season games, etc. Bro, like, if you think about it, the bowl season is so watered down now. Like, people don't even, a lot of times it's kind of like
It's
empty
bad.
stadiums in these bowl games. They're meaningless because, like, everybody's worried about the playoff. Like, these kids opt out of these bowl games. Now you're going to have to force, 12 teams to have, like, their rosters pretty much 100%. Everybody got to play because it's primetime TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have rivals in there. You may have Florida, a Florida State, a Miami, if they're good. Ohio State and Michigan pretty much, will be in there. So you may see some rematches. I don't see why people don't like this format. I think it's going to add a lot to college football. Period, bro. It's going to be pretty dope.
And like you said,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Marcus.
Okay, I'm just not a fan of like a lot. Like 12 is the absolute maximum it should go to. I'm more like 6 to 8 being the sweet spot. Because like I don't like seeing filler. Because quite frankly, who's about to win the championship for the most part, or like the 2 or 3 best teams that will have a chance to actually win it.
Yeah.
So like I don't like delaying the inevitable, especially in some years where it's like okay, Bama's going to be, Georgia's going to be there, Ohio State probably going to be there, Michigan if they're really good, they'll probably be there. I don't like delaying. I like giving to the chance. Don't get me wrong. So like 6 to 8 is my sweet spot. I just don't like delaying the inevitable so much.
And like you
Yeah.
said earlier, these bowl games are watered down. Like, who's watching the Linden Tree Bowl?
I mean, we would never watch that anyway. So I mean, whatever.
Even some of the higher bowls, like, bro, I'm not about to watch like 10 kids who are the top players sit out, and then now half the team I don't even know. Like, bro, like that's boring.
My only thing about watching, like, okay, someone opts out for the Orange Bowl, who's going to be up next year? If someone shows out, that's cool, but I'd rather see the guy who's about to play for draft.
This is the first time I disagree with Pops. I would not want to go back to the BCS for one reason.
I'm not even like computer science stuff.
Like some teams would get flat out screwed over. Like the year Miami was supposed to go to the national championship in the year 2000, and they took Florida State instead.
Or
Like,
Nebraska, or
years-
Nebraska getting in the championship in 2001. Or remember 2001, Nebraska got in even though they got flat blasted the last game in the conference, 62-36 by Colorado.
You have stuff like that. That's why
Oregon should have got in.
that's the only reason why I disagree with. Or 2004 when Auburn was undefeated and somehow Oklahoma went.
And they got blown out in the championship game.
And they got blasted on by USC.
03, I mean, that was crazy too.
Yeah.
The only thing I agree with him on this is, I'll tell you this. To me, for the SEC, this is stupid because the SEC, man, you know how, like, think about it like this. When you play in the SEC, first of all, you're in the best conference in the country, no doubt.
Mhm.
Then you got to go play. Basically, we all have said this, that the SEC championship is basically the national championship game. We have called it that before, right? Because it's normally the 2 best teams. It just normally is. I'm sorry. If you disagree, I'm sorry. But then you go win that game, and then the team that you just beat, and this has been typical because normally those 2 teams are either undefeated or lost 1 game. So then you got to go probably play them again. And then guess what? The team who is in the SEC East or the SEC West who only dropped 1 game, then you got to probably go play them again because they gonna get in. So for the SEC, I'm like, bro, where does this stop? Like, we already play a crazy schedule, right?
Brutal.
Against the best teams in the country. And then you're telling me I got to go beat the best teams in the country and play these other teams who might be some of the best teams in the country too. So I think personally, the SEC, I was like, ugh, it don't really make sense for you, but money does make sense. So yeah,
that's what it's all about at the end of the day. We like these conferences, so
Yeah.
SEC schedule is going to get brutal
Especially
because
Oklahoma
just
and
like
Texas coming in.
we're talking about AB, you said so. Let's just pretend like, well, I know that we got all these rules or whatever, but let's just pretend like these 12 teams that we see here would be it, right?
Right.
So let's just pretend like Washington's in. So then, like you said, Alabama would play Washington, right?
Yep.
And then Alabama, let's say they beat Washington, Tennessee beats Penn State. Then where are we at next? 5
Alabama
plays.
play Ohio State.
Okay.
Tennessee
Alabama plays Ohio State. Tennessee plays who?
plays TCU. And then
Okay, so
let's say Clemson
Fun.
beats Clemson would play Michigan, and then
Yep.
let's say Utah beats Kansas State. Utah would play Georgia.
Oof.
okay. So then let's pretend like though Alabama beats the next squad, Tennessee beats the next squad, Georgia beats the squad. So then where we at now?
Wait, hold on. You said so Alabama, let's say Alabama beats Ohio State,
Yep.
Tennessee beats TCU.
Yep.
I think he's
Which
supposed to
these
be-
these would be very if Hendon Hooker was here, I say these would be very doable things. See what I'm saying? It's not
This is
like
SEC
crazy.
play rematch.
Yeah. And so then that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You're telling me Tennessee who beat, or how about this? Georgia who beat Tennessee, they would have beat them what? Because they beat them once, or did they beat them? Yeah, once,
Wait, hold,
and they beat LSU.
Wait, wait. You
Yeah,
said-
so we're saying Georgia would have won, Alabama would have won, Tennessee would have won, right?
And what about Clemson and Michigan?
It doesn't matter. Either one could win, right?
Mhm.
I'm just giving you the thing of,
Respect.
I'm just saying like this is a real thing. And Georgia, who think about this, they beat LSU, they beat Tennessee, then all the other rigorous people, but then they're gonna have to go play Tennessee again or Alabama again, who didn't even make the SEC championship. Like it's just crazy if you're an SEC team. Like, bro, I'm like, this is where does this end? You're and then you got other schools like let's just look at Ohio State. I think I don't think I have my notes with me, but I think they were like Ohio State has the 50th ranked strength of schedule. And Georgia is like 24th or 25th around there, I think.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you're making you're really penalizing Georgia because they just went and played a tougher schedule.
Mhm.
They beat a team in Tennessee who had one of the best offenses we've seen in a while. And then you telling me they're gonna have to play him again. Then you might have to go play Bryce Young. Like,
It's
come
tough.
on.
So
I'm so sorry for your loss. Yeah.
that format, then Georgia would play Alabama, and then let's say Michigan beats Clemson. Michigan would play Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
That's a pretty fun one, actually.
With
Yeah,
Hendon,
that's cool.
if Hendon Hooker was healthy, I would not like that matchup for all on Michigan.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I still like
Yeah, they have to cover, bro.
Jesus, man.
We definitely gonna know the real champion. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
No more of like, oh, we just beat y'all. Because I think when you go back and look at some of these games with Alabama and Georgia, I mean, I think if you say if they played that game again, the other team might have won. But I think now when you start at this, it ain't no like ifs, ands, or buts, because typically the two best teams in the SEC gonna play each other in the SEC championship, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then they're gonna have to play each other probably again if they both make the playoffs.
Mhm. Yeah,
right.
pretty much.
Mhm.
Wait, hey, hold on a minute. Hold on, bro. Hold on.
He ain't catch the shade, bro.
They beat our walk-on, man. Sounds like y'all understand why the 12-team format is not good. I'm not gonna say it's not good because you can have some
Yeah,
great stuff, but I mean,
I still like it better.
Disadvantage.
better than BC. Let's say that now.
I'm just SEC standing over here. That's all I'm doing.
I'm big shot.
And real quick, y'all. I'm hanging on by a thread
I'm praying for you, bro. Jesus.
I already lost.
Oh.
because we got Chris Godwin playing. Please pray for me.
And also the Oklahoma comment, just tell Oklahoma to play us when it matters, and then we'll actually beat them, right?
Yeah.
Let's just play a game that matters and not a pointless bowl game.
Yeah, tell them to play our actual team too. But I mean, look,
Ready?
Anthony Richardson literally
Put some hardware on the line, and we'll talk about it.
Anthony Richardson literally played that game. We played
I
three
forgot that
quarterbacks.
game that happened.
Yanked Kyle Trask out the game in the second quarter, and put Emory Jones in, and then Anthony Richardson came in.
I forgot that game that happened. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the SEC, man, I'll tell you, SEC, they actually have a really good argument not to stand for this playoff format. I mean, like I said, you start looking at strength of schedule, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, and I think maybe even LSU. Forget what they were, but they all had higher strength of schedule. The only school that was higher was TCU. TCU was ranked like they were the highest team in this playoff format that had the best strength of schedule. And strength of schedule, sometimes you have to kind of look at it too, because where were teams ranked and how many teams did you have ranked in your conference as well? That plays a big part in it too. So
Yeah, I agree. And just looking at the whole format,
my God.
We're gonna see how it starts. I mean, like I said, you're gonna have teams that make it every year, and then I think every year you're gonna have some new teams come in too. So that's what I like about it. You're gonna see new teams, I believe, every single year.
Yeah, I think we will, man. Because there's always surprises. So
Yeah.
hopefully Florida can be consistent, and I think now we're gonna get to see how important recruiting really is too.
Yep, you will. That's the other part. That's the other part.
Hayes just put out a tweet. So the most schools with the most players to officially enter the transfer portal today: Virginia Tech at 11, Texas A&M at 10, Clemson at 9, Miami at 9, Ole Miss at 9, Washington State at 9, Alabama at 8.
I thought it was gonna be Florida.
Well, we had a lot of players that not just today, right? We had players over the last couple of weeks or whatever get kicked off and not playing, leaving, and all that stuff. So I guarantee you, our number's pretty high if you count in totality of what all we lost. We probably up there.
It's been nuts.
Yeah, it has. And then another recruiting update. In-home visits are currently taking place. They visited with Quay Rusall tonight and James Smith. They did in-home with those two. We'll see. Alabama and Auburn are pressing hard, so it's gonna be hard to beat the in-state schools.
Yeah, bro.
You never know. I mean, you never know. This is recruiting; things change, so you never know.
I'll say this real quick too on recruiting, AB. I mean to cut you off, but what's crazy is too in this portal, it goes back. There's a lot of young kids in this portal who just got to school, and that's something that you got to look at too. Where it might be some guys who got 2 to 3 years that you can go grab, and basically it's like a new player, right? What's the kid from North Carolina who entered the transfer portal today? Tony Grimes, right?
Tony Grimes.
Oh yeah.
Like, bro.
Yeah.
Like, remember, everybody wanted him, and he's big. It's just that's what's crazy about the portal is you got kids who just got to campus, right? Not too long ago.
Yep.
They're already in there. So,
yeah, just look at Texas A&M's roster. Denver Harris. Now, he's been a problem at Texas A&M, but hey, I mean, still this past recruiting class, and like you got a lot of different guys. The one that shocked me and our good buddy Jonathan was JoJo Earl from Alabama entering the Billy McCall, because I need speed.
If you don't call him, call Tristan Holden.
Sam McCall from Florida State entered the portal.
Whatever that situation was.
Twice actually.
Yeah. So
yeah, I mean
some schools might get some good talent, depending on where they go, and get some guys who you still can mold and develop if they fit your program. Like I know Marcus was saying this about if they're coachable and all that stuff. I think a lot of this stuff is going to get settled pretty quick in the next couple of weeks, and so I think they already. The thing about this too, some of this stuff has already been in contact, right? Like I know it just opened today, but this stuff has been already, talking and behind doors. So I think most of these people got a good sense of who's already connected and where they're gonna go or where they're trending to, right?
Right.
Yeah,
So I think they
always,
already
bro.
did
Those
their
kids-
homework.
Yeah, those kids know what they're doing. Like, and everybody kind of has it, it's where they're setting up, oh, we want this guy, or this guy is leaning towards us. Like, these connections are already made. And you can think about it, bro. Like, a kid's home now, right? And like a kid's leaning somewhere. Like Corey Raymond, for example, he could always say, if you ever, want to leave wherever you go, you know where to come. You know where to come home or whatever. Like it's not all like end all once the kid commits anywhere. It's like, oh yeah, they'll probably be back in the state of Florida sometime. So okay.
Yeah, them kids have
Yeah,
plan
right.
A's, plan B's, and plan C's lined up.
Right.
Right.
Especially with this NIL money on the table.
Bruh.
They definitely know.
That some of these kids that are entering the portal that are really young got the bag at the school they went to, and now they're in the portal saying, all right, let me go where I really want to go.
I could think of one right now who I think ain't gonna last where he's going.
Go ahead.
That's what we talking about.
Go ahead and say it for the people.
Few. I mean, look, man. I think Kermani, the whole situation was cool. Whatever, him going to Miami, like, sure, kid wants to go there, but I don't see it. Oh, I didn't realize that, bro. Jaheim Bell. I didn't realize that.
That's not surprising.
Tampering. Yeah, he
That
definitely.
doesn't surprise me.
Bro, no. Dion might cook, bro. He might be cooking for real.
I don't think there's a might about it. There's kids that like him a lot out there. That's real. I hear in the comments say, man, let's see what I can get. Who trying to come on board? But he'll get a couple of them. He'll keep fish in the barrel and come out with something.
Yeah.
Maybe some
Yeah,
things.
Dion is definitely put. He's going to be one of the most interesting things about the Pac-12 next year.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is you got names like Lincoln Riley, Chip Kelly, and Dion has found a way to, like, who are they now? Like, right, we're talking all about Dion from a team who had the worst defense in college football last year. They literally are the worst defense in college football.
They were poor.
I think they probably had the worst record. I don't know in school history, but it's pretty bad.
It's
Well,
up
they
there.
won like one game or something like
School
that.
history, bro.
Carlisle's
That's
a pretty decent. Carlisle's a pretty decent school. It's not bad at all. Like they've won national championships. They won conference championships in the past.
Yeah, they've done stuff before.
Yeah, you can win in Colorado. You can win in Boulder.
Yeah, and just the way the Pac-12 is set up, I think that's it. And you got to look at it too. I mean, they got some new guys over there. Oregon, who's named Dan Lanning. You got Lincoln Riley. Was it Arizona State? New coach over there, right? Yep. And so I think if anybody can make some noise with him, the way he recruit, because that's really what it's about. Can you get kids to come to Colorado?
And there's one more factor. This UCLA and USC are leaving.
They're leaving them.
Right.
Leaving the
Right.
And
There's a vacuum there. There's a vacuum.
And speaking of getting guys there, we mentioned it earlier, Tim. He got a 2025 5-star receiver, Winston Watkins Jr., to basically flip his commitment from Texas A&M to Colorado already.
And he's a kid from Dion's hometown of Fort Myers, so he followed the legend.
Boy,
he plays currently at IG Academy, but he's from Fort Myers, just like Dion. So there you go.
I still find it mind-boggling that Auburn didn't entertain Dion. That would have been scary. With the geographical location of Auburn, how it sits on Georgia and Florida. Oh my God.
That would have been nasty.
Oh my God. I would have been terrified, bro.
That's what's crazy. He actually said that he was disappointed that Auburn didn't even entertain him.
That's what he said?
Yeah, he said he was disappointed in that they didn't even entertain him. So
they didn't even talk to him at all, get a feel for him. Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, pathway does become easier. Louisville. Hey, look, he's gonna get guys there. And speaking of Louisville, that recruiting class about to fall apart. That's all I'm saying.
I always thought it would.
Like what? I don't know if speaking of which, I don't know if I would have left Louisville for Cincinnati. I don't know.
Scott Sample's about to get fired anyway, so he just.
Oh god. Yeah, I bet Pop is glad of that, boy. That would have been a headache for y'all. Put that one on there with the Pop last said. Yeah, he would have caused a headache for y'all, boy.
But he'd have been fuckhead all that finding them kids.
Man, in Atlanta, boy.
Man, he would have found all the
Jesus.
Grady babies possible and got them kids.
Oh my
I'm
god, boy.
telling people that if Georgia Tech would have hired him, Georgia Tech would have been a problem on the trail for the AC.
Could you imagine that stadium with Dion coaching there? How he filled Jackson State,
Bro,
it would have been. I mean, I'm talking about it would have been like stars of stars, like it would have been.
Tech
crazy.
jumping was good, but like that team, it was a squad full of Grady babies.
And I'm gonna leave this up because read this last sentence right here and really think about it. He has a whole recruiting base right there.
Yeah.
You talk about keeping kids home. There you go. All through Atlanta, the Metro Atlanta, the hood, then they got to go through all of Atlanta, and you gonna find talent regardless. He's gonna keep them kids home. Great, yep. Grayson.
He would have had the best players from Grayson, Buford, Norcross, Roswell, McEachern. Yep. I mean, like all these juggernauts. Even kids from like Valdosta, he would have brought in. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro.
Lowndes.
Yeah, Lowndes. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? He'd have had
North Gwinnett. And you got
Westlake.
Oh man, that's
Westlake. Yeah,
that's a pipeline to Clemson right now.
Colquitt County. He would have had Colquitt County.
Yeah, that's the other thing about Georgia Tech. What he said though,
it's true right here.
Yeah,
but I'd say I know he can't change it, but Dion is one of them people that he's like a Nick Saban type personality. When he comes there, they'll start to do things. I'm not saying they'll do what we're talking about the academic stuff, but that he's one of them dudes that'll get a school to do things that they just won't normally do or offer. Yeah. He one of those type of coaches where he gonna get things moving. And you can even see it just how he's talking at Colorado. They ain't never heard nobody talk like that, boy. I mean, he up there spitting bars. Like I'm talking about, he like up there. He sound like a pimp who just got some money. You know?
Which is so funny because about Colorado, the best coach in their program's history was a damn pastor who already got knocked up at the start by the team starting quarterback.
Bro, that's what I literally said. Deion Sanders out there sounding like a Kojic pastor with a collection plate, bro. That man's
Bill McCartney, he is not.
Yeah, he had me bought in, bro. I'm like, let me find some Colorado merch.
Like, he talking about me hitting the portal. Hey man,
y'all better get ready to bring my luggage.
Louis.
Louis.
This is true, right? They never get kids from Gwinnett County. Yeah.
That's dog territory.
Hey, you didn't get JJ Peterson.
That boy, Dion, smooth boy. He's smooth. Had me want to commit to Colorado, man.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you.
Committed to Colorado to
recruiting pimp.
Pimp.
Yeah.
If I'm a recruit now, I'm definitely taking a visit to Colorado.
I'm taking a look. I'm taking a long, hard look. I am. I think about if he came to people's like these their parents like houses and Deion Sanders in there. Like my dad graduated high school the same year as Deion Sanders. Like he was he was 18 reading the damn paper about Deion Sanders and the All-State team. Like imagine if I was a big time recruit and he was in my living room. I'm going to both there. I just might.
And the thing about Deion, the reason why, especially, and I know obviously he's black dude, but he really is a religious dude. And so he be in there praying with them. He be in there probably. Come on, mama. Come on in here. Let's pray. I'm saying for real. He is one of like he even said it during his when he's talking to the players. He said when God asked me to come to a school, like he's very religious. So that plays well in the Black community. We're very religious. So that's another reason why a lot of kids are when he go meet mama and dad. He talking about his attitude and how they gonna be opening doors. They're gonna be saying yes sir, no sir. We're gonna do everything the right way. If they don't, then we're gonna move on. And that's what parents like to hear. Like it makes them feel like he's safe. He's all that stuff. So
hey bro, I think we'll see. Who was it? Big No. I think it might have been Big No. One of the FSU fans said Norvell came and said at FSU, and the Black Panthers came out from the fan base or something.
Lower.
I'll never forget that joke. But that joke was funny. Oh my god. But it does hit different when you have like relatable man saying that, bro. Like, he come in there say all that, bro, at nighttime, and the mom just like something about. And the kids like the son will listen to mama, bro. The son will listen to mama.
Yeah. Mama, God works in mysterious ways. I knew something. Some told me to tell you to go to Colorado, baby.
Nah, Jerry, bro. If you was a top recruit and he went to your crib, him and Miss Ronald, man, they been having a ball.
Oh God, bro, she'd have been like, "You need to go. I'm telling you, God got a blessing on his life.
God got a blessing with your name on it. His name is Deion Sanders."
Yeah, bro. Deion got it, bro.
That blessing ain't just in green pieces of paper either.
Huh?
That helps.
Oh, yeah. Donating to the church is one thing.
Yes.
That man cool with TD Jakes, bro. Come on, man.
Donation.
Who Deion is?
Yeah.
Donations.
There was like a video or something a while ago.
Donations.
Donations.
Yeah, you gotta find every way when you recruit, man. That's the thing about recruiters. They recruit and they'll find all the other stuff, that all the stipulations, all the money, the NIL, the kids go here. Yeah. Guess what? They'll find a way to get over that.
100%.
They'll find a way.
But we'll find a way around it,
Right?
Yeah.
They do it exactly.
Let me tell you what God told me last night, Mama. Let me tell you what God.
Oh my goodness. Man,
nah, bro, that man's gonna be selling everything. Bro. That's the thing. He's gonna be selling food. I mean, all the culture to these kids. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be wild, bro. It's gonna be wild.
Man, Deion gonna be at the neighborhood turkey drive trying to recruit people. Man, it's gonna be all that popping.
Yeah.
Yep. The one thing I want to see too is, I know we said that USC and all those teams are leaving, but there is better competition and there's better coaching in that conference. So I do like when you look at where he was, and if you follow HBCUs, then you probably could do this, but most people can't name like another head coach in that conference, right? Yeah. So when you go and say Pac-12, there are multiple coaches that if you watch football that you can name. And so I think the schemes and then even the players too, like I know he has a few players he's going to be bringing with him, but he's going to have to not just recruit for 1 year. It's going to have to consistently be recruiting with the talent that he's going to be playing. So that's something that I think I'm ready to see if he can do. Because like I said, he did very well where he was, but that is a different experience. Now you're starting to play these teams with just as much money as you, the same facilities, if not better, better coaching staffs and all that stuff. So that's something that I want to see if he can, get over that hump.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, 100%.
Y'all got any final thoughts before you wrap this up?
None, man. None on my head.
Pretty much said it all, man. Recruit, hit the portal, find the right fits, get through spring ball, get through fall camp, see what the 2023 season looks like.
I'm gonna tell y'all this Wednesday. Y'all are all invited.
Oh,
All invited over to Talking Sauce. You know, hopefully, the grace of God blesses us.
All I'm saying is this.
Oh man.
I will say this. That commitment goes down, and shockwaves around college football will be sent.
What happens if he goes to USC somewhere?
bro, we either gonna be in deep sadness. We either gonna be in deep sadness, or we're gonna be super happy.
Man.
It's no in between.
By the way, if he does commit to Florida, there are 2 recruits I'm immediately looking at.
Jake Merklinger.
Keep his eye out.
That's not one of them. Matter of fact, he was off the he will literally be off the radar.
No, would it be really, really funny if we actually end up getting Merklinger instead and he actually pans out? Then what?
I'm pushing the agenda.
That's the other kid, what is that? Kid in Florida, MMA son. Y'all see that? What's his name? There's another kid in Florida is
Davy
like
Bell,
really high. Yeah, Belfort.
like
This
third.
guy was in
Vito Belfort is dead?
well.
Yeah, that's his dad.
Mhm. Yep.
But the 2
But
we're looking at
go
if
ahead.
commitment happens is they're both in South Florida. They're
Yeah.
the number 1 and number 2 receivers in the country, and their teammates. And they play in Chaminade.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 I'm looking at immediately if we land one DJ Lagway.
Well, this is how you start this momentum early in the recruiting cycle.
Get those
Do
relationships
not
early.
I'm not trying to get no flips later on and have to be freaking out the whole rest of the cycle, Billy.
Yeah.
Give it to me now. Pause. And please, please, let's get this train rolling early.
Yeah, bro, for real.
He's top QB. Let me go ahead. Let's put the film on. Let me get the momentum. Like, this is why I wanted one of those guys early last year, just to get it going. Because he's going to bring other people. He's going to. It just is what it is. The quarterback position. They are leaders. They talk. They go to all the camps. This kid right here is very different. If you guys have not watched up on him, you can go watch some of his visits. Follow him around from Florida, Texas A&M, all on YouTube, right? So you can see his personality. You can hear people talk about him. He is different. Say it again.
Did he do one for USC yet?
I didn't see one for USC. I seen it for Texas A&M. I seen it for Florida. Those are the only 2. But they could upload because I know sometimes they're like kind of delayed and they have to edit all that stuff. So,
right.
Yeah. But yeah, both the Florida one, amazing, and the Texas A&M is amazing. So, good content. But yeah, this kid, you know, and I know people are talking about like I've seen some talk on Twitter like about Florida doesn't have success with top QBs. Don't worry about that. Listen, we'll worry about that when he actually has to play. Let's get the momentum. Let's get the momentum and take it from there, and we'll bring all the other kids who are gonna come with him. Let's get them, and then if it doesn't pan out, it doesn't pan out. Right?
Right.
You won't know until he gets on
That's
campus.
Yeah, exactly. And people are like, oh, we don't do good. So still get the best talent.
Yeah, doesn't mean don't try. Like,
yeah.
That's
If
true.
you don't get him, you know, then it goes down from here.
Right.
You're not gonna
right.
get anybody. You're not gonna get anybody with his name recognition, right? And I'm speaking on that because at this point we don't know whether or not if he's gonna be a lead or not, right? We do know that what his name is, they're gonna be talking about DJ Lagway from here on till whenever he go play, right?
Yeah.
This kid's name, this is a kid who, like, when ESPN, you know, ESPN loves to just talk about these highly ranked kids. And this is a kid that they just will just talk about. Well, DJ Lagway on the bench. He ain't played a game, but he's amazing.
That DJ
Like,
Lad,
what?
boy.
Yeah, they love
What
it.
about the starter?
Right?
Yeah.
One back off the start. We want DJ all the
Yeah.
all
Yeah, the start will be like a Heisman candidate, and you'll hear that. Like, dude,
Hey, bro, don't forget, bro. When Trash was out there, I mean, they did love talking about Emory Jones and Andrews. So
Yeah, but that's
Bro.
that thing they love. They love thinking every damn quarterback is gonna be Chris Lee, Tim Tebow. Like, oh, you remember that moment, Chris Lee and Tim Tebow, and they brought him in and he ran the backup. Like, bro, every situation is not like that.
Jesus. At all.
Like, Jesus,
Yeah,
okay, we get it. We get
Cam
it.
Newton was the backup. Not one mention to Cam Newton when he was the backup. Did y'all notice that? Until he got in the game.
Mhm.
I ain't trying to say no. I'm just saying, I mean, look a little funny, but if we think about it, I'm just saying.
I have no comments. I don't want to get canceled again. I get every day.
But it's been a great episode, man. And before we go, one more question here. I say no because he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah,
he
I
brought.
don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad.
He brought attention to HBCUs in general. He got the facilities upgraded at Jackson State, got new uniforms, got sponsorships. They were on TV a lot. So he did exactly what he was supposed to do. So I don't think it's a bad look for him at all.
Yeah, I pretty much share the same sentiments. Like, he did so much for that school, bro. Like, he brought people, he brought attention to that school. He brought like fun to that school. I mean, a lot of stuff that wasn't known about HBCUs, came to light, once he got there. So I think he did a heck of a job, man. If people want to bash him, I think it's probably because they don't really understand football itself and like what goes into all this. So yeah, man, I don't think so. I think he did a perfectly fine job there, honestly.
It is what it is. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Tampa just took the lead late.
Say it again.
Jesus.
The Buccaneers.
Brady threw a touchdown with 3 seconds left.
Oh, okay.
That'd be funny. This extra point gets blocked and ran back for 2 points.
Yeah, I think the whole situation, I think is is a little bit deeper too than Dion as far as in like my perspective. Like, I mean, he never promised anybody that he was going to be there the whole time. Anyways, he even said if another job asked me, I got to entertain it. And if HBCUs, as far as in if they want people to stay there, like a Deion Sanders, then you need to have it already. He doesn't need to be begging you for things. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think there's a responsibility for others, whoever is donating or these people who are commenting saying that he should have stayed. You might need to send a couple dollars down
For
to
real.
HBCUs.
Yeah, and also, and he states in his numbers that severely underfunding these HBCUs. Severely.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. I was trying not to get to, trying not to get into the weed. But yeah, you are so right.
Close to it, so you have to go into it.
Right, you're so right.
Yeah.
You're so right. Thank y'all for having me on, though, man. Appreciate y'all.
Always, Sam. Always.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, I agree with this. And go ahead and let everybody know where they can follow you and follow your podcast and everything, which we may make an appearance on.
Yeah. Y'all know invite is always open. So yeah, we do a podcast called Talking Sauce. Talk about college football, mainly Florida Gators. Me and my co-host Juice. Schedule right now, we typically do a Sunday podcast, but a little bit open because it's holidays, busy time for me work-wise. But yeah, we're about to get into this recruiting stage coming up shortly. We'll break down some film. You guys can come on and have a drink with us
and talk some college football.
You don't have Juice out in the field right now, do you?
Man, we need to get him back. We need to get him back out in the field, man. He ain't been in the field in a minute. If you guys,
Mosquitoes and bees and wasps and hornets coming out there.
yeah. If you guys watch our show, it's a inside joke that Juice we had a segment, and it was this news segment, and you guys remember the guy where he was in the country, and he's like, "Today, what happened to what the f- is that?" Shit flying in my mouth. But we had that little meme when he would his segment would come on. So that was pretty
Oh my gosh.
Classic.
Yeah.
What the Saints do here?
Oh man.
Works. There's no way this works.
But all right, fellas, I'm gonna get off here.
All right, man.
Hey, we definitely appreciate you for coming on, man. You have a good
Yes,
night.
sir. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Jerry and Marcus, that was Tim. We're talking sauce. And Jerry and Marcus, let everybody know where they can follow you guys and your burner accounts and all other suspended accounts that may be on the way back.
Jay Breezy II is my main. I am Breezy II. For all you people that fall for trolls, I don't tweet much on that one, but if you fall for trolls, you will get trolled on I am Breezy II. And you can follow my Instagram at jlamar_II. And that's where you can, view my personal life, view my family, all that stuff. I always enjoy having some people to follow as well on there. So, yeah, man, y'all find me on there.
Women, don't follow his Instagram.
Relax. But true. He's off limits, y'all. He's off limits. Off limits.
Off limits, brother.
He's locked up. He has
That's
no
fact.
trade clause.
That was the first time Marcus ever saw me with her too. It's funny, but yeah, I think so. Like together
No, y'all definitely were together
since college.
Yeah, since then, yeah. Since then.
Oh no! I'm lying. You saw us there before. During the 2021. You saw us there.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. Anyways, y'all
Yeah.
can follow your boy at Marcus Davis 904 on Twitter. Marcus Davis _ on Instagram. Y'all see me talk about the Jaguars every Sunday and contemplate why I was born in this city and why I chose that team to root for. And yeah,
See, all you had to do was decommit from the Jaguars, and your life would have been easy.
I'm a 1,000% committed. Sadly.
He's seen more playoff games than you, AB.
His recruit, no, he hasn't.
And
Wins.
No, he hasn't.
Since we've been a team, yes, I have. I've seen more playoff wins.
No, he has. Well, you guys are babies in the NFL.
And we have more playoff wins than you since we've been a team.
Getting dug out and dug out by the Detroit Lions.
Hey, man. You got dug out by the Philadelphia Eagles for a playoff spot in the line before. It happens.
Why you had to bring that up, man?
It happens.
They beat the hell out of us that night. I'll never forget the score. It was 44-6. They beat
y'all.
Hey,
How they beat y'all ass, bro? What happened?
just a bad night. It was just a bad night. That's all that was. It was a bad night.
Seems like us. Like Detroit's offense is good.
It was a
Hey, man.
great night last night.
A 30-point fourth quarter.
That was shambolic. I'm not even gonna lie.
I kept turning around like, what the hell is going on? How did they get the ball again? Wait, why is Malik Hooker running down the sideline again?
He did it to his former team. Had a pick in the game, and then recovered a fumble, ran it for a touchdown. Yeah, y'all got rid of. He looked at him like, y'all got rid of me.
Hey, so is him or Donovan Wilson free agents or something? Because I like those guys.
They'll be back in Dallas
Probably. But I had to do my homework.
if they go elsewhere. Jacksonville, unless y'all severely overpay. But yeah,
That's what we do. It's what we do.
we'll get more into my Cowboys.
what?
Oh God, what happened?
I just saw what Mark Ingram did. What?
Yeah, man.
CTE football, bro. What is
Bro,
this?
Also, the Eagles' first round pick is back in the top 5.
Who made this trade with them?
I forgot what happened, but
Because like the Seahawks have the Denver's pick, which is the number 3 overall pick right now.
which trade was this? Let me see.
So the Seahawks are in the playoff race right now, and they currently have the number 3 overall pick because Denver sucks right now.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
And by the way, real quick, before we get off here, and I'll tell you whether y'all follow me, stop blaming Russell Wilson. It's not his fault. Period.
Oh yeah. It's a
It's not his
mess.
fault. It's not his fault.
Man, it's partly his fault. Don't do that.
Not really. He has nobody to throw to, really.
Oh, I was told these guys were good.
You
Mm.
thought
That worked out.
the number 1 receiver?
I didn't think so, but apparently everyone else overrated the shit out of them for whatever
All
reason.
right then. Jerry Jeudy can't get off the line because he's not big enough. Nathaniel Hackett should not be a head coach.
Told people he wasn't a good coach.
Offensive line is patchwork right now.
I mean, Russell still kept over the middle of the field, so that part's never changing. That is what it is.
True, that is what it is. That's
His
how
mobility ain't what it used to be.
he's 34.
Exactly.
But then again, Tom Brady's 45. So
Then he never relied on being mobile.
Tom Brady's gonna have grandkids and still be in the NFL.
Hey man, probably will. He end up with a George Blanda career.
He's gonna be like 60 years old still playing in the NFL. Like, God dog, are you ever gonna retire?
He won't ever stop playing games like the old man at South Carolina State.
But yeah, anyway, you can follow me on Twitter at AceWave1, on Instagram at Ace_Wave1. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at Inside_Swamp and on Instagram at Inside_Florida Athletics. By the way, ladies, y'all can all follow me on Instagram because I'm
Don't do it.
not locked up right now. So go ahead, feel free, follow me, do what you do. But I may or may not answer DMs. That's all. I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh my god, AB. Come on, brother. Stay on task here.
But anyway, we got indisputable evidence. You'll see us 3 tomorrow, along with our brother Darnell tomorrow night. So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all tune in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Swamp Inside Florida Athletics on YouTube. Subscribe to Indisputable Evidence on YouTube as well. Stream, like, subscribe, all that. Hit that like button. And show love on Apple Music, Spotify, all that. Show us love there too. We got a lot of topics to get into tomorrow as well. Marcus, should we go ahead and reveal the guests that we have coming on for tomorrow?
Who we got?
Oh no, the guest, one of them that you secured.
Oh, I got secured for next week because the computer came out. But I got the homie Chris O'Brien for Wrestle Pierce coming through next week.
Oh, for next. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm ready for that one. Wait, that was the guy. That was the one that was hyping up Texas, right?
That's the one.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm ready for that one. For tomorrow, we got our old friends joining us. We got Tony and Cam joining us tomorrow. And Tony, if you watching this, I got a bone to pick with you because you pretty much gave North Carolina the ACC championship after the first drive. And at the end of the game, you said next year, you basically said y'all win the national championship next year. So you gonna have to explain yourself on that.
Don't let that play out, man. Let that play out.
Explain yourself on that. Because that was one of the biggest 180s I've ever seen in a span of 2.5, 3 hours. But yeah. With that, this has been another great episode of Swamp Inside Florida Athletics. For Anthony, Jerry, and Marcus, we leave you as we always do. Go Gators. God bless. Take care of your chicken. Take care of your mentals. Tell your loved ones you love them. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Marcus?
Wash your nasty stank boot asses.
Please, for the love of God, do that. Please do that.
Yeah, man. Y'all be blessed, bro. I'm out of here.
Y'all have a good night.
Sure.
Yes, sir.